Hey everyone, this is Wendy Susan Richmond, and welcome back to the Undercover Marketing Secrets podcast. So I'm trying something new today. I added some music at the beginning, a little bit of an intro, maybe a little bit of an outro, and today we're going to talk about the Undercover Marketing Secrets, the first step that I would take if I was looking at your marketing. You know, over the last few weeks, I'm going to be writing and blogging and podcasting as if I were looking at your marketing to see how it could be improved. You know, as a successful marketing director over the last several years, I have insights that most other marketers don't have. So day one, assuming you're a local business, right? So, you know, there's lots of things to look at, lots of people to look at who have different kinds of businesses. But, you know, mostly who I work with at this point are their local businesses, so I'm going to start with local businesses. And the first thing that I would do is I would take a look at your online presence to see what you're putting out in the world, and that includes your website, landing pages. Landing pages are separate from your website, and I'll talk more in depth about those in another podcast. Your social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, or any other social media that you tell me you're utilizing. And first off, and the thing I look at kind of first and foremost is someone's website. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that say that websites are dead and you should just be using landing pages. And, you know, I know that you can do with both. I know that everyone, guru who talks about just doing landing pages, they have a website. And the websites can be utilized if they're utilized properly. And then having these separate kind of services or product centered landing pages is it's another way of getting the word out and sending people to, you know, whether it's a website or one of these landing pages. So, you know, today I'm going to talk about the website, right? That's what I want to, because that's what most people have. And so it's the first thing that I look at, okay? So one of the biggest things that I see when it comes to websites is that there is not enough calls to action on them. And here's a kind of a quick checklist of a call to action. Number one is look at your own website. Do you have a special call tracking number that dynamically changes so the person who gets to your website, they get a special number pops up based on how they get to your website. You know, and do you have that number throughout each page or multiple places on your pages? So, for example, if you have your mobile, you should have your site mobilely optimized, right? Because everybody's on mobile today. And you want to make sure that when you scroll down the page that they get followed, right? An easy way for people to, oh yeah, I've read enough, or seen enough, I want to actually contact you. So definitely need to have that call tracker number on there that follows them or is multiple places on a page, so people have an easy way to just click to call you to set up an appointment or buy your product and things like that. Now, a call tracking number is something, I'll go in depth on each one of these kind of at a later, podcast, but, you know, for now, just want to make sure that, do you have a special call tracking number that changes? I mean, there is technology today that you can do this, that changes as people get to your website, so you can see exactly where they come from. The number actually calls, you can listen to the calls so you can hear what people are saying. It helps you with your marketing by hearing what people are asking, what they're saying, the language they're using, and things like that. So it's a real good thing to do. So we'll go in depth on call tracking at another time, but make sure if you don't have one, that's something to do. And number three is, do you have your address, your email? If you want emails, not every business wants somebody to email them, prominently displayed on your website, where people are always looking about, you know, visiting you, want to know exactly where you are. They want to either email you, they want some way to be able to contact you. And a lot of times it's not by, you know, calling. So what are some other ways that they can get a hold of you? Number four, are you asking for your visitors to do something? You know, call me today, email us at, stop by, you know, certain hours to get certain things. You know, are you actually giving them a call to action? What do you want them to do, right? And it's not just read your website or sit on your website. You actually want them to do something. Now, here's another thing that's great is a call to action is an Ask the Doctor box or an Ask Us a Question box. And you put it on your homepage, and even as a static footer, you can have it at the bottom of your website. So every page comes up with this ask you a question. It's just another way, it's a call to action. Ask us a question. Communicate with us. What can we do? How can we help you? Right? So some people like doing that. They prefer it to actually, again, picking up the phone. A lot of people don't like picking up the phone as the first communication with you. Now, another thing is, do you have a chat set up? And I find many people will chat first before they ever step foot in your business. So do you have a chat set up? And does your chat automatically pop up and ask a question? This way it is engaging right away. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today, and get people talking to you, and then you can reach out to them and collect all that information as to what they're actually looking for. So that's something else. And then do you have a contact us page, right? Most people do, and people just need to have an easy way to connect with you and find you. Okay, so I'd be looking at all those things first. Next, I'd look at what social media icons or post boxes you have on your website. We live in a social media focused world now, so if you aren't utilizing social media, you are missing out on a ton of new business. Do you have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter? These are free to set up, and yet so many are not utilizing them. And I would have your social media icons prominently displayed at the top and at the bottom. And if you post a lot on Facebook, add a box to your sidebar on your site, so people can see that you are active, and they can click right on it and get to your Facebook page easy and get them to like your page. So, after social media, I would look at your credibility. Do you have anything on your site that shows you're an expert? Do you have any books you've written, associations you belong to, people you've interviewed, or have you been interviewed by? Are you on video? Do you have office business videos? Do you have celebrity photos? And here's something real funny. It's like, I had a couple of dentists who, husband and wife team, who paid to spend time with Oprah Winfrey, okay? And they had a photo with her, and it was not being used. I mean, it was nowhere. And once I heard this from them, I was like, are you crazy? Come on. I went crazy. I told them to prominently display that on their homepage. And again, just shows credibility of who they hang with, people who like Oprah are going to like them. It's just a weird way of how celebrity works. And if you've got some celebrity, either you've created it yourself or there's other people you've associated yourself with, then, definitely that's something that should be displayed prominently and all over, whether it's on your other social media platforms as well. I've got a picture of me and Donnie Marie Osmond. Yes. I am of the age that I grew up with Donnie and Marie. I love them. I went out to Vegas and saw their show. They have a fabulous show. If you like, old style, great entertainment. They put on a heck of a show. And then I got my picture taken with them afterwards. And you know what? I have that picture. I've used it a lot. Besides having a really cool memory, I now use it and, just to show that I'm, look who's hanging with me. These wonderful celebrities. So it's a great thing to do if you have it, if you can do it, is go and find a celebrity to get your picture taken with, right? Now, do you have a podcast, a blog, an active YouTube channel? These should be shown as well. You could have separate pages for your videos, your audios, your blog posts, etc. The more content, it's a content-driven world, and people, even though you think there's so much content out there today, they're really, if people enjoy you, they get to know you, who you are, they get to listen to you or watch you or hear you or read you. These are all great ways to show that you are an expert and get people to know, like, and trust you before they ever pick up the phone or text you or whatever things that they can do, okay? So then I would, also make sure if you've got a phone number that it can be, if people want to text you, inspire them to text you. People love to text today. So if you have a phone that's set up in the office to text us at, and you let people text you, they will do it as well. Now, after I look at all that, I would then look to see if you have any reviews or testimonials on your site. Are you taking ones from out on the internet and displaying them on your site? If you get Google reviews or wherever you get your reviews from, if you can just copy and paste them and put them on your testimonial page, if you use a great review widget, It's like a piece of code that can go on your website that gathers testimonials from your patients or clients or customers, and you can actually use that and have it automate and update up to date with your reviews. That can be on your website as well, because people are looking at reviews no matter what. They're looking at reviews, and you might as well take them and use them everywhere that you can. And I'll talk more about using reviews as we go forward as well. So then I would also look and see if you have, video testimonials. Look, online reviews is one thing, and they are wonderful. I love them. You got to do all kinds of things because you never know what's going to really grab someone to actually call you up. And so why not? I take a holistic approach when it comes to my marketing, and I do everything. I do as much as possible, put out as much as possible in as many different ways and forms, because you have people who like to watch, people who like to read, people who like to listen. So put all those things together, and I'm telling you what, you will dominate just by doing those types of things. So I'll talk about video testimonials again more in depth, but for now, just, are you getting video testimonials from your patients, your customers, your clients? And if you're not, you're wasting some great opportunities to sell your products or services without paying someone to sell them for you. You don't need a salesperson when you have great video testimonials. It's quite amazing. Or it helps your salespeople immensely when they can just pop on a video and show all these other people who are interested in what you do. I mean, one of my dental clients, they have close to 100 video testimonials from their patients. Do you think it's easier for them to get patients than other ones? Absolutely, because they have taken a consistent effort and focus on getting more video testimonials and getting them very specific to different services and things like that, which is what I'll go in depth with as we move forward. So now, after that, I would look at what you are saying about your products or services. Are your headlines catchy? Is your copy or your text about them interesting, intriguing? Are you using videos to sell the services, or are you just using text? And, these are all things that help people make decisions. And, these are just a few of what I would look at when it comes to your website. This is a great start, that if you're listening to this, that you look at your own website and see, do I have all these things? And if I don't, see how I can do it and start adding them. Now, these are the things I would give you if I were doing my Undercover Marketing Secrets test as I look at your website. So could you pass the test? Right? And could you tweak it just a little bit so you get a whole lot more from your website? I bet you can. So if you'd like me to give your website the Undercover Marketing Secrets test, I'll do it for free just because I'm trying to give back and help as many people as I can. Email me at wendy@wendysusanrichmond.com. That's wendy@wendysusanrichmond.com. And for that, again, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. This is Wendy Susan Richmond, and this is for the Undercover Marketing Secrets podcast. Thank you for spending some time with me. I do hope it was helpful. Remember, make it a great day. You have a choice of how you make your days. Make it a great day. And I look forward to hearing and talking with you in the future. Until next time, bye-bye.